Hey everyone, Sensei Victoria Whitfield here, your journey partner in business, welcoming you back to this week's 7-day business energy forecast for impact-driven entrepreneurs and leaders like you who are out there moving and shaking, making positive impact in the world, and you need to know what to expect for the week ahead so that you can get and stay grounded and clear in mind, body, and business. So I'm super excited about this week of April 23rd of 2023 to really talk to you about that and see what's at stake. This month is all about back to school and setting yourself free from self-imposed prisons, right? So I'm super grateful the conversation that we've been having. Thank you so much for your likes, for your subscribes, for your comments, for the emails, the texts, the phone calls. Y'all even come and find me in person saying, I get your letters. Oh my God, I love them. I love your forecasts, right? It's really helping me. So I just want to thank you for all of the love and the support. And it is such an honor to get to continue to be your journey partner in this process. Special shout out to all of my private clients. You know you have my heart. And it's such an overwhelming honor to get to be part of your family, right? Because when we work together privately, and this has been this way for year after year after year, that I become your running mate and your thinking partner, your sounding board, your safe place to be mad, the safe place to celebrate, like, oh my God, I can't tell my family or my clients how much I love this thing, right? It's such a wonderful, wonderful role to get to hold space for you in your brilliance as the visionary of your company. So I just want to take time to anchor into gratitude for my private clients. You know, back at the end of 2022, my spirit guides came to me and said, shut down all of your group stuff. And for many of you, you've been coming and asked, like, so when's the next retreat? Right? When you, like, how can I get into your inner circle program, right? My shaman circle for vision journeying for business. How can I get in your group program? And at the end of 2022, my spirit guide said, shut it all down, focus on private sessions, right? So whether it's on the phone, in person, or with VIP days, in person or on Zoom is how I work, just in case you didn't know, right? Focus on in person and phone and Zoom, one-on-one, and then get out there and speak. And it's a whirlwind year that I'm having already, going out and speaking at different locations and connecting with more and more of our greater community. And so if at any point you want me to come by your hood, right, or your organization, right, I recently spoke at the 11th annual Women's Leadership Conference for Johns Hopkins University in Washington, D.C., for example. It's one of the things that I've been up to. So if you want me to come and speak at an event that you're going to, right, or a podcast that you love, reach out. team@victoriawhitfield.com is the best way for speaking inquiries. Or as always, you could text me 732-903-8573. And without further ado, let's get to this week's energy forecast. As you're like, okay, what do I need to know going into this week, Victoria? So we are now officially inside of, as we said last week, Mercury retrograde. So this is travel, technology, communication, and commerce in particular. There are going to be shifts and reviews, readjustments, clearings in travel, technology, communication, and commerce. That is what Mercury governs. So keep an extra eye out. If there's some big breakdowns, know that they are big breakdowns before the big breakthrough. In the ancient Greek, there's actually a word for this called katabasis, right? Which literally translates to go down so that you can come up, right? So keep an eye out for the big breakdowns, the catabasis that's going on around you with Mercury retrograde. It's such a blessing. This is what it looks like to move at the speed of light. And this week, the week of April 23rd, we have to look out for dun, 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 the High Priestess. The High Priestess is the card of the week. This is Archangel Haniel. This is all about intuition, trusting your gut, following your guidance, listening to the still small voice, pursuing the still small voice, orienting to your inner knowing and following that with conviction. It says, listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. And so growing up, I've always, every time I've ever had someone read my tarot, this card always comes up. To this day, by the way, it's insane. The High Priestess card comes up, and this is to show, and if this happens to you as well, it's about you have and need to trust your strong intuitive sense. You have an inner wisdom, I like to call an inner compass, that guides you and is constantly guiding you. But what can happen is that sometimes you're challenged to follow it, or you're just, oh, that's just my imagination, poo-pooing it away. Maybe like me, you were raised in a religion that's like, oh, that's not of God, that might be of the devil. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're getting guidance or hearing guides and stuff like that. Be kind to yourself. If that was the situation, it doesn't make the guidance stop. Only you can. Only you can. So you can always decide to shut off your intuitive guidance, but it's there for a reason. It's actually your secret sauce. And this week in particular, you want to be listening to your intuition. What is that? How does that show up, by the way? For some people, that could be your dreams. You get vivid dreams. What the heck do you do with dreams? Here's what I do, by the way, super fast. Before I take my head off the pillow in the morning when I wake up, I reach over to wherever I can write my dream down, whether it's in a notepad with a pen, or in the notes app on my phone on airplane mode, because I don't want to mess with anything bothering me, right? And write down the last thing that you saw before you take your head off the pillow, and describe it. Sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, texture, color, like age, gender, all, like whatever you got, describe it, and then the thing before it, and the thing before it, and before you know it, you will have recorded your dream. And then after you document what happened with the dream, then you go look it up. Or if you're one of my students, you do a journey, right? You do a strategic meditation. You ask your intuition, what does this mean? Why am I dreaming of this? So you could pay attention to your dreams. You can also pay attention to nature. Sometimes Holy Spirit sends us nature signs, such as a bird landing on a branch, or a penny on the ground, or the wind blowing at a certain moment, right? Or finding a certain leaf or a petal, or a deer will cross your path, a squirrel, whatever it is, right? The ocean calling you. Listen to your intuition. It will pulse feeling knowing to you. There will be feelings that you know that are meant to be magnetic guidance for you. That is pulling on the poles of your inner compass, right? So that you know which direction is the right direction to head for you. And if you have a hard time listening to your intuition, right? If you keep pushing something underneath the rug that you know that you've been getting guidance on, really, I don't know, is there somebody somewhere that I could bounce this off of to check, am I crazy or am I really getting this information? I'm right here. Do you want help with that? do you want my help with that? Because if you do, I'm here. My gosh, the one thing all 13 years I can say with absolute certainty that I've been for every single one of my clients, bar none, it like in person, over the phone, Zoom, back when I was doing Skype and Google Hangout ones, right? Or on FaceTime, whether it's been locally or abroad, at any one of my locations, the one thing that I've been is that sounding board to check, am I listening right? Am I getting that information, right? To get the confirmation, the assurance, and the confidence that you need to follow the guidance that you are receiving as the active, right? The manifester in your life. You need to know, is this really the direction I should head in? Yes or yes. Sometimes you need someone who has an intuitive connection that you can feel that certainty, right? To be able to check, like, are all of your circuits right? Is everything hooked up correctly? Or are you like heading in the wrong direction? I'm there to support, there to serve, and it's an honor to be called to this work. You honoring your high priestess, and from my high priestess to yours, knowing that we're headed in the right direction. My spirit guides are just telling me to say that this is not a gender specific thing. High priestess, intuition is intuition is intuition. This is all about listening to your inner wisdom and following your inner compass. It's not about being a woman or being a man or being a trans person, any member of trans folk. 100%, this is about trusting your gut and following your truth. It doesn't have anything to do with your gender performance, your religious beliefs. This is about knowing your truth and finding your true north. So if you want my help with that, you know where to find me. I also created a course, a video course on exactly how to do that. If you text COMPASS to 66866, you'll be able to get that assessment. And that assessment in particular, when you text COMPASS to 66866, is going to tell you what's stopping you from listening to your intuition this week. There are 4 certain areas in particular that affect your ability to follow through with your intuitive insights in business and make better decisions faster. And we want to make sure that you have your assessment so that you know what's holding you back and we can move that out of the way. Okay, so again, COMPASS to 66866 if you want that video course and that assessment. And if you want to come and work with me, text to 732-903-8573. Again, send me a text at 732-903-8573, number 1 international code. So let me know if you're ready to own it and trust the high priestess, your inner vision this week in particular, because you're going to need it to get and stay grounded and clear in mind, body, and business this week. So I hope this helps. Make sure that you like and subscribe so that you get the notifications first every time one of these forecasts premieres here on YouTube, right? And big hugs and love to everyone who is on my email list, all of you getting the love letters. Thank you for your continued support. And I'm here for you. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.